I took a tiny bit of espresso with a paper towel, and I put a tiny bit of what's the name, blending and extender gel, and I just painted a tiny bit on the edges of here and there. A bit of white to pick up pearl. I'm gonna wet this with extender. So I'm gonna wet this with extender, and I'm gonna take that color that I just mixed, and I'm gonna float it. I'm gonna put it in here. Then I'm gonna add a tiny bit more white, even more white. And put it in a smaller section and blend it. And I'm going to blend that, mop that. I'm gonna mop that on the edges. You can also put this as a dry brush. Let's try to do it as a dry brush. So take the color, remove the excess paint, and dry brush it to the surface. With the light, remove the excess and dry brush it. And I put also the other color that was in there, which it was the patina and we're using the dazzling metallic colors. Trying to give this a tiny bit of shape. I like drama, and I needed this to be more dramatic. Now I started to like it. Just blending those colors in there. Remember that when you get to this section, you start with the patina, and remember that in the outside edge it has the chocolate in there. To be careful because things are very wet in here. Now I'm gonna I'm going to stipple the highlight a tiny bit there. Okay, then I want to have also a tiny bit more drama on those hearts. So let's go back to the colors and add a tiny bit of white. So we have the berry and the berry. I'm going to put a tiny bit of white on the berry. You don't put too much white, then it doesn't lose the sparkle. If you put too much, then it loses the sparkle. And forgot to clean my brush. Not good. Not something that I normally do, but I'm gonna put some sparkle also in here. That's too much. Okay, so we were gonna put so I was cleaning my brush because I was gonna put extender in the heart. Let's start with that one, and let's see, we're gonna put a tiny bit of this color. We are dry brushing. Not too much. Okay, I'm gonna dry brush a tiny bit of the gold. in here. Now what, I'm gonna find a real dry brush. A thumb round. So this is the gold. Maybe a tiny bit more. And in here, let's put some of the patina on the green. And it's kind of stay quiet in there. Okay, let's put some of the blue with the make the blue lighter. Let's see, put the blue back. Then did the blue. And you can be playing with this forever. And there's a moment where you have to say, I have to quit, and you quit. So I'm gonna leave this one darker on this side, and I think I'm gonna quit that. So I'm gonna move to the other piece and check what I need to do on the other one. Okay, I decided to put this new color that Deco Art have, and it is called Metallic Luster Rose Gold, and I'm just gonna put it in some areas on these. I'm gonna make this softer. So I am applying this color, this new color, and I will do that and we'll be right back. I have something to tell you. If you take extender and you blend that metallic luster with extender, you can, it is easier to apply to your piece. So I'm putting that because I wanted this letter to have a color and not that color that it has. It's just a tint of pink color. Blending with the metallic luster with extender and putting this pink color in here. May even put some of this color in here, like that. So I'm gonna finish putting my metallic luster and I will be right back. Okay, I decided to reflect some of this turquoise, which was the pick a pearl, in the cup in here, coming from there, maybe a tiny bit in here, in here, and in here. But now I'm gonna reinforce some highlights. So let's take white. White and that peacock pearl. And then highlighting here. Now what I did with my picture. Okay, this one is in a very, very dark shadow, and it looks to me, it looks too light and it looks scratchy, so I'm just gonna shade that with the amethyst. Amethyst. Oops, and I put too much on my palette. It's a darker purple. But it is still metallic, so we'll keep the metallic that we have in there. So it's an only tiny section of highlight that it has at the top, so I'm putting this in there, making that darker. And I put another application. Even only a small section lighter. Continue another application. Making it darker, darker, darker. Even if you don't see the letters anymore. Okay, we are going to highlight again this section in here. But I want it to be more into the yellow, so I need to keep it yellow. I don't want to add at this point another color. So what I'm gonna do, looking for that other yellow that we have in here, and I'm just gonna add white. It was mustard seed, and I'm gonna put mustard seed plus white in there. And then I'm gonna highlight with white. I think I need to put it, so let's take mustard seed plus white. And then we're gonna put this in here. More drama. And now I'm gonna highlight with white. Need to put this twice. Okay, I'm gonna take the sand and keep the outside edge with sand. Let's wait until that dries and then we can put more highlight. Also that color, mustard seed plus white, I'm gonna reinforce in there. A tiny bit in here. Tiny bit there. Put white again in here. Okay, let's take that white and highlight again in there. Float of white. Okay, let's put some extender. In fact, take that sand plus white. And again, you can be playing forever with this. Forever and ever and ever. But we have to call it done sometime. I need a bit more of white. And you put extender again. those thingies are not dry. And the best thing is to protect it. I still think this is flat, so I'm going to highlight the edge with white plus sand. More of the white. Oopsie daisy, taking out my chocolate. Not good. I think I'm gonna spray and we can continue highlighting this after we have sprayed. I'm not sure if I will be able to put I don't want to spray because I don't know what's gonna happen. I want to take a picture before I spray. I want to show you the project one last time, and I want to tell you that I took Royal Ruby, and since this was a color that was more in the family with the background, I put some of these on each of the hearts and a tiny bit in here because I wanted those hearts to blend into the background, and I didn't want them to be too dramatic in there. I want more dramatic the cup and the cup in here, so I wanted those to, they are going away from the center of interest, which is this. So I did tinted them a tiny bit with the Royal Ruby, and this cutter it's not glued yet, but it has to be glued in here. And I wanted to tell you that if you buy the kit of the encrusted, it is called, in that kit that I show you, you can also see the micas, and they're like flakes, and you can glue some of the flakes in here. I may do that, I'm not sure yet. You can glue some of those flakes in here too. Let me show you. There you are. They're called tea stain mica flakes, and you can take some of those flakes and add them in here if you want to. That's another idea that you can have, that you can do, and it is included in the set. If you get the set, this set, it's called Encrusted Jewel Bronze Kit. If you get that set, then you'll get in there the post what I put in here, and if you want to put that in there, you can put that in there too. And I'm gonna do something. I'm waiting for a product that is called Liquid Crystal, because I want to put some bubbles in there, but I wanted to make a picture first in case that doesn't work and I damage mine. You don't have to do yours, but I'm gonna play with that and put some bubbles in here, and I hope you like the project. One final application will be the product Liquid Glass from the Media line, and I did put some in here, and it is still wet, so I'm gonna have to film it as soon as it dries. I want to show you how it looks when it is dry. Some of these are wet and some are already dry. it's gonna look like bubbles. If you don't like it, you can remove it, like for example in here, and it will not affect your painting. And if it does, you can paint right over. So this is the product liquid glass, and we put a tiny bit of that on the cream in there. Let's see how it ends. So I finally put the liquid glass. It dried, and I really don't like it, so I'm gonna give you the option whether you're gonna add that or not. I'm gonna put you in the tutorial both pictures with or without. There's nothing I can do now to change it, but I will tell you how it looks, and you decide if you're gonna put it or not. So this is how it looks with the liquid glass. So you decide if you wanna do those bubbles or not, and it's gonna be in your instructions. That is optional. And then when you're done, you have to glue this section in here and enjoy.